All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? It's Els here. I know it's been about a week since my last video. I want to let you know that I have not quit the game. I'm still enjoying the game. It's just when a new patch comes out and I'm interested in a lot of sets, I go into the theory crafting lab and I start looking at things. So didn't really have any information for you guys because I had to farm a bunch of sets. I have most of them farmed now to at least where I can test them. This video is going to be a gear set review on the Plague Slinger set that is dropped to this patch. If you guys watch my patch notes, I was kind of excited about it. I'm gonna provide the pros and cons as best as I can, and I'm gonna provide my what I think at the end. So in general, when you look at these, you guys have to look at it and see how it fits into your build. For as much as I test this stuff, or as much as I really try and look at, a set and how it can work on different builds and different setups, I'm not perfect. I could very well miss something. And, if you guys see it and you guys say, hey, this would actually work really well on my build if I do this, this, and this, then run it. It could be very effective for you, but, maybe it's not effective for me. Or, maybe I find something that you guys don't. And I point something out and, you guys thought it was crap, but for my specific build, it's actually very effective. So that's what these are for. I'm going to try and go through the sets that I was most interested in. I'm going to just kind of show the pros and cons of all of them and everything. So with that long-winded point winding down, let's dive into it. So we're looking at 5 Plague Slinger. And as you guys have seen a few times, the Plague Slinger set you get in Scale Caller. It's the new dungeon, the new DLC. 2 pieces weapon damage, good. 3-piece max health, very good. 4-piece weapon damage. Now, some people are very down on the max health, but the thing is if you ran a medium build with this set, guys, like more often than not, people are running a couple of Hekajos anyways to get their health high enough. This just allows you to not have to run a Hekejo. The health bonus doesn't really matter a whole lot when it comes to medium armor builds. In heavy armor builds, if you're wearing this, you can switch your food. If you guys have been on my channel for the last year, you can see that I adjust my food a lot based on what the set gives. Just because it's a max health bonus doesn't mean it's a negative, because there's so many different food options to work around that. So just take it for what it is. And then the 5-piece, when you take damage, summon a Skeever Corpse that will launch a poison ball that deals 62/74 poison damage every 1 second at the nearest enemy for 4 seconds. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds. So, like we talked about before, it's pretty good damage. It's a little bit less than what the old Viper proc used to be. Viper proc was around 7 or 8k in CP. This is 6200, and it happens every second for 4 seconds. So, a total damage of 24,000, 25,000 poison damage over 4 seconds if every single one of them lands. So that's for 4 seconds every 15 seconds. And the best part of this, it's when you take damage. So it doesn't matter what damage it is. It's not a percent chance. It basically means when you're fighting and in combat, every 15 seconds off of cooldown, if you have a poison injection on you, if you have an entropy on you, this will proc and hit the closest person. So we can see that it's a good amount of damage. We can see that the 2, 3, and 4-piece fits very well. Let's see how it works. So for this set, I ran it on I didn't farm the sword and shield. I got the 5-piece set. I wanted to test the 5-piece set specifically before I spent hours getting sword and shield and wanting it that way. Because the way I want to run this, the way I was looking at it, was running 3 jewelry, sword and board on the back bar. Since it's a defensive set, we can use it defensively to go on the offensive. So if it's on the back sword and board bar, we're tanking, the set goes off, then we go on the offensive and we jump on people. So I have 2 Tremor Scale on, and then 5 Morag Tong. And the reason we're running Morag Tong is because it's poison damage. When you deal direct damage, you cause the enemy to take 10% more damage from all poison damage abilities for 5 seconds. So this will buff our Plague Slinger as well. And so you see the 2, 3, and 4 pieces all damage. So this is a very high damage set that boosts the set a lot. I wanted to test this in the most extreme situation to see how effective it actually is. So if it's not effective with a set like Morag Tong, frankly, it's just not effective. So yeah, so that's what we're running. Sword and board, doesn't really matter after that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over and hit a couple Drews, and we're going to see what it does. So we're going to come up here. This Drew's going to look at me. He's going to hit me. It's going to drop the Skeever Corpse. And you see it starts shooting these balls at him every second. And then you see it actually does quite a bit of damage to him. It does a decent amount of damage by itself on an NPC. But the cooldown is a little bit long. There it goes. It procs again. Once it kills the one, it then shoots to the next guy. So if it focuses one guy, you can see that it will then hit the next target. He got hit with a poison status effect, so that affected him. So the proc's not bad. The cooldown's a long time, but when you consider how much poison is being shot at one person, it kind of makes sense. You know, 24,000 damage over 4 seconds is a long time. So good damage, long cooldown. You can use this defensively. All those are pros. The con of this set, and I'm not going to be able to show it here, but I think about right here. So you see this big tree in front of me? Let's say that tree's an enemy. If that tree attacks me and it procs this set, the proc drops at my feet. Okay? If he takes one step back, it will no longer hit him. The range on this set is very, very small. It's like 6 to 8 meters. And so it's a little annoying because the set doesn't proc on their feet. Like if it dropped underneath their feet and then they had to leave 8 meters in order to get away, it would make it more effective. If the range on this was like 15 meters, it would make it more effective. But the fact that this set will proc off of snipes that are way out of range of it, and it'll drop at your feet and do nothing. Magicka Nightblades, Magicka Sorks can just stay out of range. You know, like all these people that you're just naturally going to fight, you're never really going to be able to proc this on. And all it's going to take is a streak or a dodge roll to get them out of range. Because if they're here, and let's say the tree is wearing Plague Slinger, right? And I proc it and he hits it. All I have to do is dodge roll like this. I am now out of range. It took one dodge roll and I am completely out of range. And I'm probably going to dodge the first shot and then I'm going to be out of range of the second shot. And so then it just diminishes the value of the set procking. So it has a really long cooldown and it has a really short range. Now, if the range were increased or actually in general, if the range of the set was just increased to like 15 or 20 meters, I think I would wear the set. I think the set would be worth running. But as it stands right now, the negatives of the cooldown plus the range make this set ineffective against quite a few builds. And because of that, I don't think it's good enough in open world PvP. Now, with that being said, you know, maybe in Imperial City, maybe in the sewers when you go around a corner, like, you know, you're fighting in those tight knit corners, that'll be very effective. You know, maybe on battlegrounds, you know, where you're playing like King of the Hill, or, you know, you're trying to play domination and control a point. Everybody's in that area. They're not really going to leave. They want to stay in the area. It might be very effective for that. But for open world 1vx, you know, where I was really looking at it, very underwhelmed. I'm not going to take the time to go farm Sword and Shield until I play some Battlegrounds and get that figured out. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I missed something with the specific set, or, you know, if you have any tips or whatever and you want me to try it out, to, you know, post an addendum video and say I was wrong. If you guys have any information like that, I'd be happy to hear it. I'm going to do this for more of the sets that I'm interested in, and then you know, post them this week as we go along. I'm working on a couple builds as well for different characters for you guys for this patch. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.